Hello, I'm Charlotte Ward, and welcome to Panther Update. Danny Bernard and I are excited to bring student interviews. We will speak with the co-captains of the hockey team, and we will showcase the amazing talents from students who sang in the winter concert, and we will also highlight the fall musical, Firebringer. But first we have as our studio guest, Mr. List, who is the new principal at Holliston High School. Welcome, Mr. List.
Thank you.
So what has your experience in education been like thus far?
Well, starting as a student in education, I can say it wasn't my favorite place to be. And then when I went off to college and grad school, I recognized that I did want to teach. I wanted to be in the classroom teaching history, which is what I learned I loved once I was in college. And then from there, I had the opportunity to work closely with students as a dean of students, and seeing that side of the world outside of the classroom really got me excited. And so I continued my career from a dean of students to an assistant principal, and now here at Holliston High School.
And what has brought you to Holliston?
Well, after years of being a dean of students and years as an assistant principal, I really was excited about the opportunity of leading my own building, of bringing a vision forward with a community that really cared about students, and being part of a community that was going to embrace student relationships with adults, and understand that school is about the academics, but also about everything that goes on beyond that, from clubs and activities to the arts, the fine and performing arts, and all of those different aspects of school really is what makes a school work, not just one aspect.
Yeah. And you recently implemented a new tardy policy that everyone's been talking about. How do you plan for this to go for the rest of the year?
Smoothly, of course. No, yeah, of course, it'll go great. There are certain things that happened with COVID where we got away in schools from kind of like the everyday life of school. Part of school is about teaching you not just about numbers and letters and reading and writing and all of those skills. It's also about how to be a member of society, and part of those is protocols about being on time, being ready to do what you need to do. And so the tardy policy is just a piece of that. It's also, when you think about a school, if you have a class of 20 kids and everybody's coming and going as they please, it's really hard for the teacher to start. It's really hard to begin the class. It's hard to, oh, that kid came in and got to cover this. So it's really something that can be also really disruptive to learning as well, that we have to sort of think about in sort of this overarching way of sort of creating, again, that learning community, what makes it best for everyone to learn. So this tardy policy hopefully makes people recognize that it's important not just to be on time, but out of respect for their peers, out of respect for their teachers, that they can be where they're supposed to be on time.
And branching off of that, do you have any other big plans for the school's future?
Huge. I think so. A lot of this year is really spent thinking about what's happening in the building, right? Like, I'll say on camera that DSB, you know, got to kind of rein that in a little bit, but we have to talk about it as a community, how we do that. We have to look at different curricular components, and look at the school as a whole. When you're coming in new, you really want to spend time asking lots of questions. So you spend this whole first year really looking at what is Holliston High School, what does it offer, and then having conversations with students and parents and community members and teachers and seeing what is it that we need to do, but most importantly, what are we doing really well that we want to replicate? So what are the things that are really amazing here that we want to see happen for all students throughout the entire building, and taking sort of that positive look at it versus like, oh, what are you going to change? It's like, what are we going to actually make happen more of? What is really great here that's happening, and how can we make that available for all students?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We met with and interviewed the chorus director, Elizabeth Holmgren, and two members from the chorus, Melanie Bahuniak and Rachel Henson, regarding their winter concert. The cast spent 2 months rehearsing for the musical. Today we're here with two section leaders and the chorus director to talk about this upcoming winter concert. What has the practicing looked like and the effort put in to prepare for this concert looked like?
Well, we've been working really hard. We meet every day except Friday, and I think it's gonna be really good. And I'm pretty proud of all the work that we've done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like she said, we've been working like every day except for Fridays. And we also have two after-school groups that meet once a week for like an hour or so and go over their stuff. And they've also been working really hard.
Following concerts, what are some of your favorite events to sing at, such as sports games, etc.?
I really liked singing at the soccer game. That was really fun. There are people that are going to be singing at the basketball games soon, so that'll be interesting.
I liked singing at the pep rally. I think that was fun to just bring school spirit.
And it's kind of a personal question. What has gotten you into music in the past?
Well, I originally started singing I don't know, I was like 10 or 11, and then I joined middle school chorus, and I hated it. But then Mr. Everard, who was our previous choral director, kind of got me into singing again, and now I love it.
Yeah, Mr. Everard was a really good chorus director. I think that just the high school chorus has a lot of like people who really like what they're doing, and like the passion's really fun.
And how do you hope to use your talents and knowledge in the music scene in the future?
Well, I'm going to be singing in college, and hopefully after college. I'm in a music group called Exaltet, and it's all like older women that are singing songs. And I've been in that for the last 2 years, and after college I'm going to go back to it.
I plan on studying speech and language therapy in college, and like that has a lot of things from music that I can apply. And I also know there's a field that you can use like music therapy, so I might look into that as well.
What has the practicing in the past few weeks leading up to this concert looked like?
The last few weeks of rehearsal, they're always so fun because it's when everything kind of comes together with all the musical aspects of the pieces we're working on. We're not necessarily just worrying about rhythm and the right notes, but we really get to dig into like the musicality of each piece. So that's been a lot of fun to do with these kids.
And what are some events besides concerts that you enjoy singing at, like sports games, pep rally, etc.?
Sure. The students, I think it's so nice when the students have time in their schedule to sing the national anthem at the pep rallies. Really anything, I find as a music teacher, any kind of ceremony at school, whether it be graduation or other important ceremonies in people's lives, people always want music there because it helps to signify that it's a more important event. And music is kind of a touchstone at all of those occasions. So we're always happy to sing at any of those important ceremonies for the students here.
And what originally got you into music?
Oh, I've always loved music. It's always been in my life. I remember being a little girl and singing with church choir. We had a really nice children's choir at my church, and just being really interested in how music worked and how different instruments worked and how that translated to voice and how you can put everything together and it can be this very special thing.
And how do you hope to use your talents and knowledge within music in the future with the program?
I hope the kids take away a lot of the big picture ideas about music that I'm trying to show them. That it's really not just the notes on the page. It's a feeling. It's almost like motion. It's so much bigger, especially when you're singing with a big group. There's just nothing like singing as part of a big chorus to be really uplifting and to like really connect with people. So I hope the kids take that away from their experience with chorus at Holliston.
For Panther Update, I'm Charlotte Ward. Holliston High School students share their thoughts on Pep Rally. I'm here with Holliston High School students, and I asked them about Pep Rally. Lucas, what are you most excited for on Pep Rally?
I'm excited for the musical chairs. I mean, it's really exciting. I think I'm going to participate as well.
I'm excited for the games. Just think it's going to be fun to watch.
I got to say the spirit and all the games that we're going to play. I'm really excited.
If you could pie any teacher, which teacher would you pie?
Miss Cooper.
Mr. Blood.
Oh yeah, Canoni.
What type of games do you want to see other people play, or do you want to participate in?
I mean, tug of war is always a favorite, but I think we could implement like a freeze tag type of game. That's always, bringing the energy.
I think the musical chairs and the balloon popping will be pretty interesting.
Tug of war seems pretty fun.
For Panther Update, I'm Charlotte Ward. The Holliston Panthers football team recently faced the Westwood Wolverines in the annual Thanksgiving football game. Here is reporter Danny Bernard.
The annual Holliston versus Westwood Thanksgiving football game. Both teams are fired up and ready to play. After Westwood scores on the first possession of the game, junior Connor Teague returns the kickoff all the way down to the 20. Third and 10 on the 20. Senior quarterback Kawhi Lima throws a screen to Teague, who runs it in for a touchdown. Unfortunately, the play is called back due to a penalty, but regardless, the Panthers get it on the goal line. First and goal, senior Joey Tomaselli pushes it in for a touchdown. On the Wolverines' next drive, they were forced to punt from their half of the field. After nearly muffing the punt, senior Aiden Ibbotson recovers, puts on the burners, and sprints his way all the way down to just about the 50-yard line. On the very next play, senior running back Devin Harding cracks a huge run up the middle with help from the stout Panthers offensive line. After the Panthers fumbled deep in Westwood territory, senior DB James Givens hits the Westwood quarterback on a blitz as he releases the pass, forcing an incompletion. Then, on a running play, senior DB Miguel De Jesus delivers a huge hit to the Westwood running back. On the very next play, senior Eben Salem makes a huge play as he breaks up a pass that surely would have resulted in a Westwood first down. The Panthers are now knocking at the door in the red zone, and Kawhi Lima throws a beautiful ball over the middle to senior wideout Brad Andriola. A penalty on Westwood gives the Panthers a few more yards, and Devin Harding makes it look easy as the Panthers capitalize on the penalty with a touchdown run. Westwood knots it up at 14 apiece, and the Panthers are back driving down the field. Senior Blake Harper goes in motion as Connor Teague catches a screen pass that he turns into a huge play. He tears down the sideline, but is pushed out of bounds, and the Panthers are unable to capitalize as the half ends. Holliston gets the ball first in the second half, and their drive begins with a nice run up the middle by Harding. Then, Lima takes it himself across the first down marker. Very next play, he finds junior Kylie Vargas, who's wide open after his man tries to undercut his route. Vargas is screaming down the sideline, but is just barely stopped before getting into the end zone. The goal line wrecking crew takes the field, and Joey Tomaselli gets his second score of the day. Next drive, De Jesus makes another big hit on a Westwood running back. Down by 10, fourth down, fourth quarter. Lima makes a clutch throw to Brad Andriola for the first down and then some to take it inside Westwood's 35-yard line. Now, Lima fakes the handoff to Harding, and he flashes past the Wolverines' defense for a touchdown. After Westwood once again takes a 10-point lead, Lima finds Connor Teague once again for a nice chunk of yardage. Next play, Lima steps up, launches one downfield. Senior tight end Blake Harper with the catch. On 4th down in the red zone, the Panthers are just barely unable to reach the end zone, resulting in a turnover on downs. Devin Harding has a nice return on this one, but the game already seems out of reach. Down 3 scores, Coach Todd Kiley puts senior quarterback Landon Beecher in to lead the final few drives. Beecher finds who else but Kawaha Lima, who is now slotted in at receiver. Very next play, Beecher finds a wide open Connor Teague for a great gain. And again, Beecher throws a dot, this time to Blake Harper for another big gain. And to cap the drive off with 4 straight dimes from Landon Beecher, Connor Teague scores a touchdown. However, besides the extra point, the Panthers would not score again. The final score was 53-36, with Westwood winning. A heartbreaking defeat to end a very, very good season for the Holliston Panthers. For Panther Update, this has been Danny Bernard.
With the winter sports season now underway, reporter Lucas Schachter caught up with hockey senior co-captains James Givens and Cole Fanara to discuss their expectations for the upcoming season.
Hi, and welcome to Panther Update. I'm Lucas Schachter. Today we're here with hockey captains Cole Fanara and James Givens. How are we doing, boys?
Good to see you. Good.
Doing good.
What are your goals for the season, guys, with a young team and a new goalie?
You know, we really hope to win a lot of games, make 500, and have a good playoff run.
Yeah, we haven't been in the playoffs yet as seniors. Obviously, the first 2 years were honestly rebuild years.
Yeah.
Preparing for this year. Hopefully, we can make the playoffs, make a little run, win some games.
Okay, and speaking of a new goalie, with the departure of Colin Logan, how is the team adapting to new goalie Caleb Greenberg?
Yeah, we scouted him out. He's a lacrosse goalie. First week were tryouts. He was obviously never been on the ice.
Yeah.
He used to play hockey, though, up until freshman year. He quit, obviously.
Yeah.
But he looks good, stopping the puck, stopping the first saves.
Yeah.
Gonna have to work hard as a team, though, to put pucks in the net, support him.
Yeah, because you were telling me his rebound control.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good athlete.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll pick it up even more. In 1 or 2 weeks, he's improved drastically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's good.
He looks great.
That's good. First game is tomorrow against Norton. Last year, you guys had a tough loss against them in your opening game. Are you guys preparing any differently for them, or same thing?
Honestly, just practicing.
We've been working a lot on our power play, penalty
Yeah.
kills and stuff like that, making sure we can take any opportunity we get. For the preseason, we've been in the weight room a lot for all of our new freshmen and sophomore, and all of us, senior and junior, and stuff like that. So yeah, we've been ready for this season.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
And are there any standout underclassmen who could step into a bigger role next year?
Yeah, honestly, this year, I have a new freshman, Mac Roberts, on my line. Yeah. He's stepping up, second line, looking good. We had a scrimmage yesterday against Keefe Tech. He put one in the net.
Good.
Yeah, he had a good goal.
Yep.
And he's just making those plays that you want to see as unselfish plays, taking the hit to make the pass, stuff like that.
Also another freshman, first line, Brandon Ellis, stepping up again. We're a young team. Gonna have the freshmen step up and be a big part this year. So.
And any defensemen like Grady Lucas?
Yeah.
Those guys.
He's a big kid. He was a great help last year. He throws the body around.
Yeah, he's physical.
Yeah.
Very physical. That's what we like to see too. He's my D partner, and I'm excited to carry on that. I love him as my D partner. We're great together. So.
All right, well, thanks for coming on, and good luck tomorrow, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
For Panther Update, I'm Lucas Schachter.
In November, Danny Bernard taped the drama department's musical performance called Firebringer. The cast spent 2 months rehearsing for this musical performance. The recent Holliston High School musical, titled Firebringer, took place on November 16th through the 18th at the Holliston High School auditorium. The cast included seniors Teddy Peters as Grunt, Maya Rosen as Molag, Rachel Henson as Tiblin, Alex Eppinger as Zazalo, Will Cohane as Smelly Butt, and Kat Correa as Nikolai. The cast and crew held rehearsals for nearly 2 months in preparation of the performance. This is the first time that the musical was performed by Theater 370. This is how the story unfolds. At the dawn of humanity, one tribe of cave people survives the many trials of prehistoric life under the wise leadership of Jamila, the peacemaker. But Zazalil, one member of the tribe, doesn't seem to fit in. She's always trying to invent things to make life easier, for herself. While out hatching her latest scheme, Zazalil stumbles upon the most important discovery in history, fire. As new technology begins to develop, it is not without complication, but it will change the world forever. The people of the tribe struggle with relationships to each other, their leaders, and this new technology as they explore what the world could become. For Panther Update, I'm Charlotte Ward. We hope you enjoyed this Panther Update. We hope that we were able to capture the school spirit.